And hello again, everybody, and welcome into game number 2 here as the College Cobras take on the Lewis and Clark Trailblazers. As the Cobras, big winners in game 1 by the final of 10-2, as that ran the Parkland College record to 40 wins, 12 losses, and 1 tie on the year, as the loss Trailblazers to 15-25 as the first pitch of the game, a swing and a miss by the shortstop Tate Wargo. As pitching game 2 here for the Cobras is Christian Sidoti, 4-0 on the year, a stellar .69 ERA. Christian's only allowed 2 earned runs in 26 innings this year, so Sidoti's been lights out.
I don't know how to work this.
Second pitch, that one's going to be there. So back up on the hill, pitch on the way. As that one misses high, taken for a ball. So 3 balls and 1 strike. There's 36 strikeouts on the year for Christian Sidoti against only 6 walks. So that one is going to be outside, and as I say that, the first free pass issued of the afternoon here by Christian Sidoti. So the leadoff man Wargo will reach. That was a somewhat of a theme there in game 1 here today, is the Trailblazers getting their leadoff man aboard. But as we mentioned, by the 10-2 final, the Cobras certainly figured it out from there. So this is going to bring in Derek Allen. He's playing left field for Lewis and Clark. Pitch from Sidoti, and that one misses high. So 1-0 the count. As the pitch on the way. Good breaking ball there from Sidoti, and that's going to even things up at a ball and a strike now.
There you go. All right, there you go. You got it? Definitely. You want to do this?
As that's a swing and a miss. So that's going to make it 1-2 now. As Allen at the plate, Chance Foose in the on-deck circle here for Lewis and Clark. As Sidoti comes set, pitching from the stretch, runner goes, and the throw down by Pillars, and he is going to be safe. Sliding in under the tag is Wargo. He was able to swipe a bag in game 1 here today, and now he takes one in the top half of the first here in game 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here on the batter. As they're going to call time. Now Pillars is going to come talk out to Sidoti quickly. So 3-2 the count, and that one misses up and in. So that'll be back-to-back walks here as the Trailblazers trying to get something brewing here in the top half of the first. So 2 on with nobody down as Chance Foose steps in.
Chance Foss.
First pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. 3:33 on the season coming into today's doubleheader. Sidoti's next pitch, good one. Evens things up at a ball and a strike now. There's Christian Sidoti looking for his 5th win of the year here this afternoon. Mentioned this will be the final home contest for the Cobras here in the 2018 season, as this is bunted foul, and that's going to make it 1-2. The Cobras will finish the regular season as they travel over to Lewis and Clark tomorrow to finish this 4-game set. So had a nice ceremony between the 2 games honoring the sophomores that will be departing the Parkland College baseball program and thanking them for all that they've done to help this be 2 very successful seasons. So we mentioned 40 wins on the year here. And that's a swing and a miss. So the first strikeout and the first out of the game for Christian Sidoti. And that's going to bring in Blake Marks now.
First baseman number 24, Blake Marks.
I was going to say, I think I would put it out there.
So 2 on with 1 out. As that breaking pitch misses high, taken for a ball. 1-0 the count. Marks a .305 average on the season. And that one, a high chopper back to Sidoti. His only play is going to be to first. And he fires over there for out number 2. Well played that time by Sidoti, getting off the mound, making the catch. Nice job taking his time and firing a strike over to first. So that'll be 2 outs in the inning as Bruce Drennan steps in.
Designated hitter number 21, Drennan.
Drennan, the designated hitter here for the Trailblazers. As the runners at second and third now, but Sidoti a chance to record this third out without allowing a run. As that breaking pitch comes in there, 0-1 the count now. This one.
I believe no. I'll have to leave this game. That's where I'm going. I gotta go there this fall.
So 0-2 the count.
Henry Center. It's, I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's like a little convention center. And we're having a planning meeting tomorrow, so I gotta Michigan State tonight.
So the 0-2 pitch on the way. Ooh, just off the corner there. Pretty good pitch that time by Christian Sidoti. It's going to make it 1-2 now. As Drennan trying to get a hit here for the Blazers. And that one fouled up and out of play. So Drennan fouled off a tough pitch there to stay alive. See what Sidoti comes back with next. 2 on, 2 out. We're in the top of the first. Pitch on the way. Another foul ball. So count remains 1-2. Wargo at third. Allen at second. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. An excellent job that time by Christian Sidoti. After the first 2 runners reach, Cobras put a 0 on the board, so we'll head to the bottom half of the first inning as this game is scoreless. This is Parkland College Baseball right here on cobrasports.net. And we're back here for the Cobra half of the first inning, as leading off for Parkland will be left fielder Brendan Joyce. He'll be followed by Trevor Minder and Connor Obie. After a scoreless first inning by Christian Sidoti, the Cobra Bats come to the plate. And the first pitch by Lewis and Clark starter Connor Hathaway misses low for a ball. Hathaway is 2-4 on the year with a 6.20 ERA, as 24 2/3 inning on the year. As that is going to be in the strike zone. 1-1 the count now.
30.
As Joyce, 3.33 a year.
Is that a ball?
They swung it.
That's a swing and a miss. So 1-2 now.
Will you run the scoreboard for a second until somebody else gets back up? Little ball strike.
As that one misses low in the dirt for a ball as well. 2-2 now.
All right. Well, good.
You did great, man.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that one misses in. So that'll run it full now, 3-2. Cobras were able to strike for 3 in the first in game 1 today, so we'll see if they can do some damage here today as well. In game 2, as that one is fouled over off the face of the Cobra dugout. So count remains 3-2. Brendan Joyce, the left fielder for the Cobras. Pitch from Hathaway. And that's going to hit Joyce. Looked like that got him in the elbow region there. He had a protective guard there.
Shortstop,
It's
number
like
9.
he certainly felt that, but still, nonetheless, he actually got hit by a pitch in game 1 today, too. So Joyce getting beat up in the box just a little bit here this afternoon. So that is going to bring in the shortstop now, Trevor Minder. So we've seen the Cobras be aggressive early in games, getting runners on the move. We'll see if that's something they elect to do here in the first. So Blake Marks holding Joyce on over there at first. And the pitch from Hathaway misses in. 1-0 the count. As Minder, a .378 average coming into today. So 1-0 the count. Pitch on the way. That one misses high as well. 2-0 the count now. Minder in the box, facing a 2-0 count. Joyce still a short lead at first. Late strike call there, and that'll make it 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. As Hathaway comes set. He throws that one in the dirt. Joyce recognized it right away and took off. And Joyce is actually going to try to push it over to third. And he is going to be safe. So you could tell that he broke right when he saw that pitch was going low. And good aggressive base running. Good speed by Brendan Joyce. And he ends up at third base. So the count is 3-1 on Minder. Like when the Cobras press the issue like that. So the pitch on the way. And that's going to be ball 4. So now the Cobras with runners on the corners with nobody out.
Fielder, number 20, Connor.
So Connor Obi will step to the plate now. As the Cobra center fielder, .382 average on the year. So Joyce at third, now Minder at first. A hit by a pitch and a traditional walk, and now the Cobras were in business in the first. Pitch to Obi. There's that one. Taken for a ball. 1-0 the count. Connor Obi at the plate. Tristan Rakes on deck here for the Cobras. As pitch comes in. Diving back in safely is Minder over there at first as the catcher Will Messer tried to throw behind him there. But Obi took for a strike, so 1-1 the count. That's the pitch on the way. And that one's going to be grounded through the left side, and the Cobras are on the board here in the first as Brendan Joyce comes in to score. Minder to second, and Obi with the RBI base hit. Continues to swing a hot bat.
7, Tristan.
So that's going to bring in Tristan Rakes. As Rakes not in his typical second base position here for this game. He's serving as the designated hitter. Certainly like to keep his bat in the lineup. So 1-0 Cobras here in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way, and that's fouled straight back off the mask of Messer. So 0-1 the count now. So no balls in a strike here on Tristan Rakes. As he hits this, a towering shot to left. It is back and it is gone. As Tristan Rakes shows why right there, why he was left in the lineup as the designated hitter. A 3-run home run, and it is a 4-0 lead here for the Cobras.
Tristan Rakes.
So Rakes rounds the bases here and clears them. And And that was
Right
a
fielder,
towering
number 2,
bomb there.
Tyler Paulson.
And I believe that actually gives Rakes the team lead now in home runs. I believe him and now batting Tyler Paulson both had 11 coming into today. Now Rakes with one more. So the first pitch to Paulson misses up and in, taken for a ball. So a big first inning here for the Cobras. As that was a moonshot there from Tristan Rakes. And now that is fouled back by Tyler Paulson, evening things up 1-1.
First was inside.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a ball as well. 2-1 now. As a 2-1 pitch. And Paulson puts a good swing on it, but caught it in on the hands. The bloop to center, and it is going to be dropped. As now Paulson ends up at second base. Way to run it out that time by Tyler Paulson. You never know what will happen out there.
First baseman, number 36.
As that is going to be an error on the Trailblazers. That's Dylan Walker in center field to drop that baseball. So Nick Wiz will come to the plate now, as he's going to play first base for the Cobras. So Paulson at second base after the error in the outfield, and Wiz steps in. Still nobody out in the inning. As Wiz looks at one low and outside, taken for a ball. 1-0 the count. So Hathaway struggling here in the first. Let the first two get on without the benefit of a hit. Never a good way to start an inning for a pitcher. So that's going to miss inside as well. 2-0 the count now on Nick Wiz. As Alex Steinbach on deck here for the Parkland Cobras. So the 2-0 pitch. A big swing and a miss. As Nick Wiz went after that high heater. So count 2-1 now. And that one's going to miss high as well. 3-1 the count. See if Wiz can get one he likes here. He's got plenty of pop in his bat as well. So 3-1 the count here as Connor Hathaway prepares his pitch. It's on the way. And now Wiz hits this one. That's got a chance. Deep to left. It is back, and it is gone as well. So 2 home runs for the Cobras in the inning, and they are on fire here in the first. That was a little bit of that pop I was just referring to there by Nick the Wizard Wiz. As he's going to round the bases for a 2-run home run. And just like that, the Cobras lead 6-0. Now a long walk out to the mound here for the Lewis and Clark coaching staff. So they are meeting on the mound here as Connor Hathaway is mightily struggled here in the first. So as they start to meet on the mound, we have a new pitcher going on out there in the bullpen.
He just started warming up too.
So the meeting on the mound has concluded, as you can tell. As the Lewis and Clark coach is walking off the mound, he's glancing down at the bullpen to see how the warm-up tosses are going down there.
Next up for the Cobras, third baseman, number 19, Alex Steinbach.
So a 6-0 lead here for the Cobras. Home runs for Tristan Rakes as well as Nick Wiz. And stepping to the plate now will be third baseman Alex Steinbach. As that one misses high. 1-0 the count. Looked pretty good there. So 1-0 the count here.
I got to go to Michigan State. Well, you could get somebody else, but I just wanted.
Oh my God.
So 1-1 the count now.
Well, Well, or get somebody. I guess. Yeah, I don't care. I asked.
So the 1-1 pitch as Steinbach hits this one to left, and that is going to get down for a base hit. As that one drops on the grass, and Steinbach is going to cruise down to first base. So still nobody down here in the first, as second baseman Christian Sanchez will come to the plate now. So Sanchez played third in game 1 here today. He'll shift over to play second for game 2. As Hathaway comes set, as they continue to crank away pitches, trying to get loose down in the Lewis and Clark bullpen. So that first one down in the dirt, taken for a ball. 1-0 the count. Logan Pillars on deck here for the Cobras. That's the pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit to the left side. Force at second, the turn, and that is going to be a double play ball. So a 6-4-3 double play, and just like that, we have 2 outs in the inning.
Number 10, Logan Pillars.
So that's going to bring in the Cobra catcher now, Logan Pillars, a 245 hitter on the year.
Are you my relief pitcher?
For the.
Yeah, I gotta go to East Lansing, Michigan.
Oh, yeah, you're leaving now?
Well, I was gonna finish up the inning.
I'm gonna go down here, my Gatorade and cup.
Okay.
Thank you.
As that one in there for a strike. So nothing in 1 the count here. As the Cobras will bat around this inning. Possibly, as Pillars could reach, we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Joyce. As that one nearly hit Pillars, he had to hop out of the way of it. So 1-1 the count now. So the 1-1 pitch. That one's on the inside corner. 1-2 the count now. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Hathaway delivers. Just off the inside corner. You can tell he wanted that pitch, but Pillars takes for a ball. So 2-2 the count now. As the pitch on the way. This one's going to be grounded out to short. As the throw comes across, and that is going to do it here for the bottom half of the first inning. An exciting inning it was here for the Cobras, as 2 deep flies gives us a 6-run first inning. So as we head along to the top half of the second, Parkland leading Lewis and Clark 6-0. This is CobraSports.net. And we're back here for the top half of the second inning, as the catcher Will Messer will lead things off here for Lewis and Clark. So after a 6-run first inning for the Cobras, Christian Sidoti goes back out there with some run support in his back pocket. And first pitch in there for a strike. As the next one misses. 1-1 the count. As Sidoti struck out 2 there in the first inning. And that one misses down in the dirt. 2-1 the count now. As Messer will be followed by Mitch Bick and Drew Johnson. As the 2-1 pitch is hit out to second base. High hopper to Christian Sanchez as he flips it over to Nick Wiz for out number 1. So that will bring in the right fielder Mitch Bick. That's Bick, a 261 hitter on the year. So Bick hitting from the left side here. It's a quick first out here for Sidoti in the second. Game 2 here scheduled for 7 innings. There's that one off the inside corner. 1-0 the count. As we mentioned, the Cobras took game 1 10-2. As the 1-0 pitch comes in, a swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That's going to be a ball. 2-1 now. Fastball comes in high. 3-1 the count now. That's Bick. Trying to get on base here. He's going to ground that one up the middle. Sidoti no shot at it, and that's going to be a clean base hit back through the middle. So Bick takes his spot down at first base, and that is going to bring Drew Johnson to the plate.
Third baseman, number 6, Drew Johnson.
As Drew Johnson, the third baseman for the Trailblazers, 224 hitter on the year. So 1 on, 1 out here for Lewis and Clark. As Sidoti allowed the first 2 to reach in the first inning, then was able to work his way around it to keep a 0 on the board. So 1-0 the count now on Johnson. And that one's going to be hit up the middle as well. Mender's going to have a shot. The flip to Sanchez. He will not be able to make the turn. So a fielder's choice there for Drew Johnson. And that'll bring in center fielder Dylan Walker.
Center fielder, number 8, Dylan Walker.
So Walker hitting in the 9 spot here. 187 average on the year. He's also hitting from the left side. So Mitch Bick, a short lead over there at first base. Nick Wiz holding him on. There's that one. Taken for a ball. Not a bad looking pitch there from Sidoti. So a quick throw over. Down in the dirt, but Wiz able to knock it down. So 1 ball and no strikes. Sidoti comes set. Pitch on the way. Good breaking pitch up in the zone, but gets the call. 1-1 the count now. Sidoti looking very calm and collected out there on the mound so far today. As this one is going to be hit through the right side. And Tyler Paulson's going to field this one. Mitch Bick will stop at second. Or excuse me, Drew Johnson.
Shortstop, number 1, Tate Wago.
So 2 outs in the inning here as we're back to the top of the lineup, and Tate Wargo walked in his first at bat, then proceeded to steal a base. So 2 on, 2 out as Wargo pops this one. Foul out of play. So 0-1 the count. And this one's going to be chopped to the left side. That's going to get through. And they're going to try to send the runner. And the throw is going to come in from Joyce. It is going to be late. So the Trailblazers are on the board here. As that is Drew Johnson coming in to score. And Walker to second. And an RBI base hit here for Tate Wargo. And that's going to bring Derek Allen back to the plate now.
Number 2, Derek Allen.
He walked in his first at bat. As we had mentioned coming into this game, Sidoti had only allowed 2 earned runs all season. Allows one on the board here for the Trailblazers. And it's a 6-1 ball game now.
Shut it down, Christian.
So Derek Allen now steps in. And that one down in the dirt. Good stop by Pillars. So 1-0 to count.
He actually did a great job bringing up low pitches. He had 3 different situations.
So that's going to be 2-0 now. Is that one just inside? So 2 balls and no strikes. Sidoti's pitch. That one dives off the plate. 3-0 now. So that's going to be a strike. So 3-1 the count now. So 3-1 the count. And that's going to be ball 4, so that is going to load the bases here. Walker to third, Ward go to second, and Allen at first now. And that is going to prompt a visit from pitching coach John Goebel. As Sidoti struggling just a little bit here, only 1 run on the board, but bases are loaded. As in the inning, a single from Bick, a fielder's choice from Johnson, a base hit from Walker, an RBI hit from Wargo, and then a walk here for Derek Allen. There are 2 outs, however, as Will Messer grounded out to lead off the inning, and then Mitch Bick was forced off a second on the fielder's choice. So this is going to bring in Chance Foose now. As that one misses inside. So 1-0 the count now. Foose struck out in his first at bat. And this one's going to be hit back as Trevor Minder able to make the catch up the middle. So the Cobras do surrender a run, but Christian Sidoti able to work his way around it and leave the bases loaded here. So as we move along to the bottom half of the second inning, Parkland College leading 6-1. This is CobraSports.net.
Left fielder, number 8, Brendan Joyce.
As we batted around there in the bottom half of the inning, putting up a 6th spot in the first. So just as we did the first inning, Brendan Joyce will also lead off the second inning here for the Cobras. So we'll have Joyce, Minder, and Obi coming to the plate as Lewis and Clark decides to keep Connor Hathaway in the ball game there as he's back out there for his second inning of work. So 1-0 the count. As Joyce was hit by a pitch and scored the first run of the game for the Cobras. So that one misses as well. 2-0 the count now. There's that one. I think that might have clipped Joyce again, and he goes. You could tell he definitely felt that one, as he was also hit right on that same elbow in his first at bat as well. And that is definitely going to bring the Cobra athletic trainer Mark Rieger out, and also Coach Garsha down from his spot in the third base coach's box to check on Brendan Joyce. You could tell he felt it a little bit there after he got hit the first time, and now comes up again. You always hope he's going to be okay. Big piece of what the Cobras do here, with that leadoff spot playing in the outfield. He gets checked on by the trainer here. We will take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. This is Parkland College Baseball on CobraSports.net.
I agree. There's no reason to keep him in. That's why Bobby was up here earlier. I said, well, this is a good weekend to get some rest. You know what I mean? See how it feels next week.
So it looks like Brendan Joyce will remain in the ball game here as he jogs down to first.
Number 9.
So that is going to bring in Trevor Minder now. So Joyce has been hit by a pitch twice, and he takes his spot down there at first base. And that ball misses outside. 1-0 the count as Minder drew a traditional walk in his first at-bat. Scored one of those 6 Cobra runs as well. That one taken for a ball as well. 2-0 the count now. As that one gets away, and Brendan Joyce, and he is exactly going to do that as he dives in, and he is going to be safe. So we saw Joyce do that same thing in game one as the ball got, or excuse me, in his first at bat, as his ball got away from the catcher and he goes from first to third. So good hustle there from Brendan Joyce. And that just shows you right there why we were glad to see he was able to stay in the ball game there. As we mentioned, an integral part of the Cobra success these last 2 years. 2-year starter for the sophomore. So the 3-0 pitch here to Minder. And that one's in there for a strike. So that makes it 3-1 now. So 3 balls and a strike here. As Hathaway prepares the next one. It's going to be a strike as well, 3-2. As Connor Obi stands on deck here for the Cobras. So 3-2 the count. And that one's up and in and taken for ball 4. So this inning starting almost exactly like the first. Brendan Joyce getting hit by a pitch, then Trevor Minder drawing a walk. And that is going to bring in Connor Obi. As Obi had an RBI base hit in his first at bat through the left side. So runners on the corners here for the Cobras. As Hathaway comes set. Pitch to Obi. And first pitch, Minder breaks for second, and he takes the bag easily. So let's see if Connor Obi can put bat on ball here. As the pitch comes in, and that's a tough hop out there, and hops over the third baseman, and they are going to now hold Minder, as he had originally waved him home, but he slipped coming around third base there. Probably a good move for Minder to head back to third there. So now 2 runners in scoring position, and that is going to be another RBI for Connor Obi. And I believe that is probably going to be the end of the afternoon here for Hathaway, as they make the long walkout. So Connor Hathaway, Cobras leading 7-1 as we stand right now. So they will indeed take the baseball. So we will take a quick break and be back right after this. This is CobraSports.net. Starter Connor Hathaway struggled mightily here with this potent Parkland College lineup. As the Cobras in front 7-1 as we're here in the bottom half of the second inning. Still nobody out here in the second, as we've got runners at second and third. Minder over at third, Obi at second, as Tristan Rake steps back to the plate. He hit an absolute towering 3-run homer to left field in his first at bat. And no doubter off the bat of Tristan Rakes that gave him the team lead as it stands right now with 12 home runs. Rakes also led the team in home runs last year as a freshman. As that one goes way over the head of Rakes. That's Halley. That one got away from him. So 2 balls and no strikes. As Tyler Paulson on deck. So the 2-0 pitch. And that one's going to miss high as well. 3-0 the count. So 3 balls and no strikes. That's going to be taken low for a ball. So that'll load the bases here as Rakes jogs to first. And that is going to bring in the also dangerous Tyler Paulson. As Paulson reached on an error in his first at bat. As Paulson
Good cut, baby, good cut.
fouls that one out of play. Paulson, second on the team now with home runs with 11. So that Tristan Rakes homer earlier, they were tied. he's certainly capable of putting a charge into a baseball at any point. Comes in hitting .379 on the year. After reaching on that error, he did come around to score on the Nick Wiz home run. So 1-1 the count here on Paulson. So Halley comes set. Bases loaded. That one's down in the dirt. Good stop there by Messer to stop Minder from scoring. So 2-1 the count. That's the pitch. And that's a mighty swing there from Paulson. He might have tried to put that one on the softball field up there and left. So 2-2 the count now. As that one just misses high.
It's a Swiss cheese zone right there.
So 3-2 the count now. As the pitch comes in, and that's a swing and a miss. So Paulson is retired for out number 1. So that is going to bring in Nick Wiz. As we mentioned, Wiz homered in his first at bat. A 2-run shot out in left center field. There's this one. Strike on the corner there to Wiz. So 0-1 the count. As Wiz is going to ground this one out to second base. And that is going to be an error out there on Chance Foose. So that is going to score another run here as Minder comes across the plate. And on the play, Obi to third, rakes to second. And now Wiz standing on first base after the error. So that's going to bring Alex Steinbach to the plate. Still with the bases loaded here for the Cobras, as they are leading this one 8-1. So first pitch to Steinbach. And that one misses outside. This is Andrew Halley, still in relief here for the Trailblazers. Currently nobody else throwing down there for Lewis and Clark. So pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit just foul. That had Connor Obi spinning out of the way down there at third base. So 1-1 the count. Steinbach back in the box. See if he can just sneak that one inside the bag next time. Pitch on the way. Good breaking ball there from Halley as he drops it on the inside corner there. Steinbach takes for a strike. So 1-2 the count now on the Cobra third baseman. Christian Sanchez on deck here for Parkland. And that one taken in. Steinbach spins out of the way. 2-2 the count. So 2-2 pitch, and that one's going to be hit over to third base, and the out is forced at second, but Steinbach is able to beat it out down at first base. So Obi will come in to score on the play. Rakes over to third, and then Wiz forced out at second base. So a fielder's choice there by Alex Steinbach, but he does get an RBI out of the deal. So now the Cobras lead 9-1 as Christian Sanchez will come to the plate, playing second base in this one here for Parkland. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs. Pitch from Halley comes in. taken low for a ball. 1-0 the count. As Sanchez hit into a double play in his first at bat.
He makes it a long day long.
As that one up and in, misses. 2-0 now. So 2 balls and no strikes. That one taken for a ball. 3-0 the count now.
I think the other one, I think it's only part of this rule. I felt like, I felt great. I had 3 long sleeve shirts on, tights on, 3 boots, and I was sweating out, you know what off.
So 3-0 the count here.
I take 90 a couple of times. Today's the day.
As this ball's got a good chance. That's hit deep to left. And it's going to be caught just in front of the warning track there. So Sanchez is retired for out number 3. So that will do it for the bottom half of the second. 3 more on the board here for the Cobras. So as we move along to the third, Parkland leading Lewis and Clark 9-1. This is CobraSports.net.
Leading off the top of the third, number 24.
And the Cobras will make a pitching change here as we move along to the top half of the third inning, as they will bring sophomore Evan Snyder out of the pen. No record on the year, 0-0, but a 1.76 ERA and 15 1/3 innings pitched on the season. So Snyder will come in and take over in the third, and the first batter he will face will be first baseman Blake Marks. As first pitch from Snyder misses high, taken for a ball. 1-0 the count, as he'll face Blake Marks, Bruce Drennan, and Will Messer this half inning. That pitch in there for a strike. So 1-1 the count here. Snyder comes set. Pitch on the way. And that's going to hit him up and in. That ball had a little juice on it, so I'm sure Marks felt that one just a bit. As it's going to be designated hitter Bruce Drennan coming in.
Not bad. Designated hitter. Number 21, Bruce Drennan.
So a runner at first now after Marks is hit by the pitch, and Drennan steps in. See what Snyder does with the next one here. And he's going to hit 2 in a row.
Jailing his own Boston Red Sox.
So both of those pitches, he tried to go across the inside corner. So now Snyder has put himself in a little predicament here in the third. 2 on with nobody out. We saw Sidoti do something similar there in the top of the first, but he was able to work his way around it and put a 0 up on the board. So we'll see how Evan Snyder responds now. And that one was in as well. And that is going to allow the runners to advance. So Marks to third, Drennan to second. And that is going to bring Coach Garcia here out of the dugout as he's going to come have a chat with Evan Snyder on the mound. So the Cobras leading 9-1 here as a big 6-run first inning. Big shots in the inning were a 3-run homer by Tristan Rakes, then a 2-run homer for Nick Wiz. And the Cobras put 3 more up in the bottom half of the second to give them their 9. The lone Lewis and Clark run of the day so far has been in the top of the second inning. It's 1 run on 3 hits and 2 costly errors so far for the Trailblazers. Cobras with 9 runs on 5 hits and have yet to commit an error here in game 2. So Coach Garcia heads back to the dugout. Evan Snyder back up on the bump here. Let's see if he can bring it in here and get a couple outs here for the Cobras. His first pitch taken for a ball. So 2-0 the count now. Runners at second and third after the wild pitch. Marks at third, Drennan at second. As the 2-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. So 2-1 the count now.
What?
So the 2-1 pitch.
Oh.
Good breaking ball there. So 2-2. See if Snyder can blow one by him here. Breaking pitch. That's going to be grounded out to short. Minder makes the play. And the throw over to first. Coming in to score was Marks, but it'll be out number 1 of the inning over there, as that was the catcher Messer grounding out. So that's going to bring in the right fielder now, Mitch Bick.
Mitch Bick.
Like a little sticks next. Fast forward to the good part.
So that is going to be just off the outside corner. So 1-0 the count here, as Bick singled in his first at bat. Runner at second there is Drennan. Minder did a nice job of making sure he didn't advance to third before he sent the ball over to first base. And that's going to be a ball as well. Now 2-0 the count. Bick at the plate, Drew Johnson on deck now for the Trailblazers. As the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. As Bick swung over the top of that one. So 2-1 the count now. As we have a 9-2 lead now for the Cobras. 2-1 the count. Just off the corner there. So look at make it 3-1 now. Pretty good pitch there from Snyder. So we'll see where he brings the 3-1. Swing and a miss. He brought it right down the middle, and Bick couldn't catch up. So that'll make the count full now, 3-2. This ball's going to be hit up and out of play. So count remains 3-2. Swing and a miss that time. So that'll be the first strikeout for Evan Snyder. Now 2 outs in the inning. As that's going to bring in third baseman Drew Johnson.
Drew Johnson.
So runner at second base with 2 outs as Johnson steps to the plate. Hit into a fielder's choice in his first at bat, but did score the first run of the game for Lewis and Clark. Snyder's first pitch taken for a ball. The 1-0. That one's in there. 1-1 the count now. Kind of a defensive swing that time from Drew Johnson, but he is going to make the catch over there, as they made a long trip over there, but the catch is going to be made just before the ball gets over the foul line fence there. So that will do it for the top half of the third. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning when we return. This is CobraSports.net. And we welcome you back here for the bottom half of the third inning, as it's going to be Logan Pillars leading things off. So it's a 9-2 lead here for the Cobras, as pitch on the corner taken for a strike. So Andrew Halley remains in the game here for Lewis and Clark. He came in relief of the starter Connor Hathaway for the Trailblazers. So 0-1 the count, as Pillars lays off, takes for a ball. 1-1 the count. So 1-2 now after the foul ball. So we'll have Pillars, Joyce, and Minder scheduled to come to the plate. As we mentioned, a 9-2 lead here for the Cobras. As that one's going to be fouled out of play. So count remains 1-2. As Pillars grounded out to short in his first at bat. So the 1-2 pitch. Pillars has to duck under that one. So that'll make it 2-2. Richard Pillars also caught game 1 here today. A win by Luke Smith. As the Cobras winning here game 2 as well. And that one's taken high, so that's going to make it a 3-2 count. And that's going to be ball 4. So Pillars draws a leadoff walk, and now that'll bring Brendan Joyce back to the plate. As Joyce has been hit by the ball twice, right on his elbow. I wonder if Joyce may be wearing 2 elbow guards for this at bat after being hit twice there. So a runner at first base with nobody out as Brendan digs in. As he shows bunt and sends it foul. So he'll retreat back to the plate. As Trevor Minder on deck here for the Cobras. Joyce, a .333 hitter on the year. And he scored both times he was hit by the pitch. So nothing in 1 the count. That ball's down in the dirt. Good stop there by Messer. That makes it 1-1 the count now on Joyce. That's a big swing and a miss on that inside pitch. So that'll make it 1-2 now. So Alley looking for the first out of the inning here. But first he'll throw over. Diving back in safely there is Pillars. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one's going to be hit foul, also down the third baseline. So count remains 1-2. So Joyce, ready to see another one here. Short lead for Pillars. Joyce fouls it off again. Continuing to prove to be a tough out. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As that one is going to get away now. So that's going to put Pillars down at second. So count 2-2 now. So count 2-2 here on Brendan Joyce. Long at bat here for Cobra left fielder. See if he can make something out of it here in the end. 2-2 pitch upcoming. That one gets down in the dirt. That actually hit the umpire in the mask. And it does allow Logan Pillars to third. Looks like the umpire's got to fix his mask. That one hopped up and hit him. Now a timeout on the field. Why? We have some equipment repair. So count is 3-2 now on Brendan Joyce. As we mentioned, Pillars was able to advance over to third base on the pitch in the dirt. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's going to be ball 4. So Brendan Joyce will be on base for the 3rd time. And that's going to be Trevor Minder stepping to the plate now.
Shortstop, number 9, Trevor Minder.
So it looks like they will start getting some action out there in the Lewis and Clark bullpen. As Minder steps in. Runners on the corners here. Nobody out here in the 3rd. And that ball's down in the dirt, but Joyce able to swipe second easily. So it looks like it is number 10, Tyler Cottrell, getting loose down there in the Lewis and Clark bullpen. That one misses. So runners at 2nd and 3rd now. There's that one. Low and outside, so 2-0 the count now. Quick meeting on the mound here. That may be partly with the idea of getting Cottrell loose down there in the bullpen. As the Cobras really have something brewing here. Yet to put a 0 on the board here offensively. They scored 6 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, and now they have 2 on with nobody out in the 3rd. As Minder ready for the pitch. That one's on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. As Minder offers it the high one and fouls it up and out of play. So 2-2 the count now. So the 2-2 pitch, and Minder hits that one to 3rd. And the only play is going to be to 1st, and he is going to be out as Minder extended out. I thought he might have beat the throw, but they'll say he's out at 1st. Good job that time by the 3rd baseman over there, Drew Johnson, to look the runner back and not allow Pillars to come in to score. So that'll be out number 1 of the inning. Is now to be Connor Obi coming to the plate, trying to drive in those Cobra runners. As he hits this one back to left field, as that's got a shot, and it is going to be gone. As the 3rd home run of the ball game here for the Parkland Cobras, as this time it's going to be Connor Obi with the big shot. As coming in to score are Pillars, Joyce, and Obi. So a 3-run home run for Connor Obi, and the Cobras lead 12-2. So that's going to bring in Tristan Rakes. He is the one responsible for the first 3-run homer of the day.
Tristan Rakes.
So Rakes, Wiz, and Obi, all 3 have went yard. So now the base is empty with 1 out as Rakes steps in again. That's got to be tough for Halley. Give up a 3-run shot, and then you have Tristan Rakes coming to the plate. As that one is going to be down in the dirt, so 1-1 the count now. That was home run number 7 on the year for Connor Obi. And that's a big swing and a miss.
Come on, man.
As Rakes was out in front, but could put a good swing on that one. So 1-2 the count now. As that one almost goes behind Rakes, but he takes for a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Rakes hits this one, it's going to be foul down the third baseline. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next one to Rakes. As he hits this one, that's going to stay fair. Diving stop by Johnson. Long throw across, but he's able to make the play. Well done by Drew Johnson over there at third base for the Trailblazers, as Rakes is retired for out number 2. And that is going to bring in right fielder Tyler Paulson.
Right fielder, number 2, Tyler Paulson.
Paulson struck out in his last at-bat. See if he can get something started with 2 outs now.
So is it? It's 10 for 5 or 10 for 5?
And that one on the inside corner, nothing in 1 the count. As Paulson did reach on an error in the first and eventually scored on that Nick Wiz home run. And this is going to be a base hit through the left side. So I'd like to see Paulson get on there. He was a little frustrated in his last at-bat. So that is going to put Paulson at first. And now Nick Wiz comes back to the plate. He of the 2-run homer earlier in the ball game, as we mentioned. So Paulson is going to be pinch ran for. And coming in to run over there at first base is Marty Dozen.
Pitch running at first base, number 1, Marty.
So Dozen takes over there for Paulson at first base, and Nick Wiz steps to the plate. That ball's going to be off the plate. Now 1-0 the count.
So, I mean, I have downs in the back forward. Good job, though.
Oh, they're put Gary back there. Gary actually catch
Good Gary.
Yeah.
Blocking check.
As Wiz hits this ball, and that's going to be a shot over the left fielder's head. A one-hopper off the wall, and Dozen, he's moving quickly, and he is going to score easily. So an RBI double here for Nick Wiz, and he continues to swing a hot bat here for the Cobras, as the Cobras are hammering the baseball here today. So Wiz will take his spot at second base.
Now at third base.
So that's going to bring Alex Steinbach back to the plate.
Steinbach.
So now 3 RBIs in the game here for Nick Wiz, as Steinbach digs in. So that one's on the inside corner, taken for a strike. So nothing in 1 the count. So now it looks like they're going to pinch run for Nick Wiz as well. So it looks like
Pitch running at second base,
it's going to be
25,
Brent Longacker. So Linacker will take over at second base for Wiz. Our second pinch runner of the inning here. So 13-2 the lead here for the Cobras. So no balls in a strike. As Steinbach ready for the pitch. As that one's down in the dirt, taken for a ball. 1-1 the count. It's Christian Sanchez on deck here for the Cobras. There are 2 outs, however. Steinbach, swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-2 now. that one's over the head that time of Steinbach. So 2-2 the count here. As the pitch down in the dirt. Linacker doesn't not try to take third. That's going to be a 3-2 count here on the batter. So 3-2. And foul tip, but into the glove of the catcher there. So Steinbach is retired for out number 3. So 4 more runs on the board here as a 3-run home run by Connor Obi was the big blow. So we move along to the top of the 4th. It's been all Cobras as they lead 13-2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. As we move along to the top half of the 4th inning here, as it's been all Cobras in this one, 13-2. Some defensive changes here for the Cobras. Evan Huffman now in left, Max Downs now in center, and Marty Dozen now in right. Also, Daniel Workington has moved over to out to second base now, and Brent Linacker is the first baseman. Evan Snyder remains on the hill here for the Cobras. And that one is going to be off the plate, so 1-1 the count. Left side of the infield remains the same with Steinbach at third and Minder at short.
He's going to use Chessie's red glove, too. Bill. He's going to be sick.
So 1-2 the count now. And that one misses high.
This will be Kimbrel's last game. Kimbrel travel tomorrow. He's out. He's going to travel. This is like really closes the door. You better drop. You better drop. Give me past the drop.
So that is going to be strike 3. So Walker is retired for out number 1. So Tate Wargo will step to the plate now.
Who's 88? It's 88. Take one first. He said he's going to drop an EI or sign off for EI.
As that one taken high for a ball. As Wargo ahead in the count now 1-0. So the 1-0 pitch. As that one's up and in as Wargo spins out of the way.
Is that an after
So 2-0 the count now. As Wargo walked and stole a base in the first, then an RBI base hit in the second. So this is his third at bat of the game. That's the 2-0 pitch. And that one misses high, 3-0 now. As Wargo at the plate, Derek Allen on deck. So 3-0 the count here. Snyder ready for the next one. That one's in there for a strike. Cracks the mitt there on the inside corner. So 3-1 the count now. As that one is going to be taken inside for a ball. So Derek Allen will come to the plate now.
Left fielder number 2, Derek Allen.
As Allen has walked in his first 2 at-bats. Let's see if Snyder can keep working through the 4th here. As 1 on with 1 out now. Wargo at first, and Allen digs in. So that one up and in. 1-0 the count now on Allen. Chance Foose on deck here for the Trailblazers. As this one in there for a strike. So 1-1 the count now. Pretty good pitch there from Snyder. Let's see how he follows that one up. As that one's going to get away from Pillars, and that will allow Wargo to second base. Snyder kind of threw across his body there. Threw it by the catcher. So 2-1 the count. So Parkland in front 13-2. Won game 1 here today 10-2. So a big day for the Parkland College offense. As that one fouled back off the netting. So that's going to make it a 2-2 count now. It's a pretty good breaking ball. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll see if they can finally retire Allen for the first time in this game. As we mentioned, he walked in his first 2 at-bats. So they're going to step off there. As Allen backed out of the box. So the 3-2 pitch coming here from Snyder. And that one is going to be grounded out to second.
I like it.
And Daniel Warkington is going to make the play out there.
Put it work, Ev.
Keep working.
Get dirty.
So you popped another button. Who's up there?
And stepping to the plate is going to be Chance Foose. And so far on the day, 0 for 2.
Chance.
Snyder. Swing and a miss. So that'll make it 0 and 2 now. So Snyder, 1 pitch away from closing the book here on the top of the 4th. Heading the count 0-2. As the pitch on the way. This ball is going to be popped to right field. As that is Marty Dozen cruising over and will make the catch for out number 3. So a good inning of work here for Evan Snyder. So we'll head to the bottom half of the 4th with the Cobras in front 13-2. This is CobraSports.net. As that one misses off the inside part of the plate. So 1-0 the count. As Warkington at the plate and Logan Pillars on deck. So 2-0 the count. As the did make a pitching change there as this ball's hit hard to third base, and that's going to get through. So Warkington is going to end up at first base there. And pitching now for Lewis and Clark is going to be number 10, Tyler Cottrell. And that's going to bring Logan Pillars to the plate.
Not bad. He's the catcher. Number 10. Logan Pillars.
So the air on the third baseman there. So stepping in will be Pillars now. As Workington down at first. And that's a rocket out to second base, and that's off his glove. Workington's going to have to hurry, but he's forced out there. Not much of a choice. He had to stop and try to go back, assuming the catch was going to be made. So that is going to be out number 1 of the inning.
Number 31. Evan Huffman.
So now Evan Huffman will come to the plate. So 1 on with 1 out here. As that breaking pitch taken for a strike there on the corner to Huffman. As this is his first at bat of the afternoon. As we saw him go in and play left field there for Joyce. Huffman, 333 average on the year. Is that one taken for a ball? As Cottrell, the third pitcher we've seen from the Trailblazers in this one. So 1-1 the count. that one's going to be hit foul. So 1-2 the count now.
Just give it like a 10-second before it starts that. You have to start it just a little bit. Oh, I guess he's no, it's not that. Play the whole thing.
So that one dives off the plate. 2-2 now. So Trevor Minder on deck here for Parkland. So 2-2 the count here on Huffman. And that's going to be another foul tip.
Oh, baby!
So count remains 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch upcoming. That's a swing and a miss. So Huffman is retired for out number 2. As we mentioned, that will bring in Trevor Minder now. So he'll be hitting with 2 outs and 1 on. As Logan Pillar's still down there at first base. So the pitch comes in and taken for a strike there to Minder. There's that breaking pitch. Good delivery there from Cottrell. That'll make it 0-2 now. There's Minder back in the box. Cobras in front here, 13-2. As the pitch comes in, a swing and a miss. And that is going to do it here for the top half of the 4th. So we will move along to the 5th as we return. This is CobraSports.net. And the Cobras win their 41st game of the year as they take down Lewis and Clark Community College by the final 14-10. So that will make the Cobras 41-12-1 after the doubleheader sweep on the day, and the Trailblazers drop to 15-26. So as we mentioned, that will complete the home portion of the schedule here for the Parkland College Cobras for the 2018 season. So be sure to stay tuned as we'll keep you posted as to when rankings come out, what the bracket is going to look like, and when the Cobras will start their postseason push next week. So for now, we will sign off. This has been Brian Schutte, and you've been listening to Parkland College Baseball here on CobraSports.net.